Hello, my name is Kelly Profit. I'm with the Washington Humane Society, and I'm here to request permission to have a 5K at the Southpointe Town Center on September 23rd. And I put a packet in front of you with some information on the race. This race has been in planning phases. I was under the understanding that it had been approved from an event coordinator who works with the Southpointe Town Center. I was misinformed, so I'm here to ask permission to have the race. All proceeds from the race benefit the Washington Area Humane Society. I have looked into hiring retired constables and police officers to help with the road closures, and we would cover the cost of that and the cost of the EMS.
Any comments or questions?
How long will the roads be closed?
The race, we've had this 4 years in a row. It never lasts for over an hour.
It's for maximum 1 hour.
1 hour.
And where is it going to be?
It's going to start at the downtown Southpointe Town Center, loop around. It's on a Saturday, so the businesses are closed. Loop around the business district and back and finish in the town center. It's the exact same map that the gym used up at Southpointe Town Center. So they did a race there last year, and it was pretty seamless from what I understand.
I have a question.
Sure.
So we know the businesses are, a lot of them shut down. Did you see many issues, or are the roads completely impassable for the residents that live there? Or
From what I've heard, from what they've done with previous races, the people who live in the condos there will be able to get out. I think our path is mainly in the business district, so I don't think it's going to affect some of the housing plants in the back. But it's a short period, so at the crossroads where cars would need to get through, there would be traffic control for that if somebody had to get through.
can I ask Chief, do you agree with that, or do you see that that interferes with our residents that live there?
Well, we must have Cecil Township police officers direct traffic, so we can't use constables in the roadway. That's just, again, the way the township is with the amount of traffic and safety. I did provide the board.
How's your microphone?
Can you hear me? Everybody hear me? No? So basically, I provided the board, unfortunately, with the email advising the hardship it does on the police department. The amount of roads, we have accomplished that before, but unfortunately, through all these events, it is harder to have these officers at all these intersections to cover for that amount of time. Did you get it?
For 1 hour?
No, the amount of time these events are. So we need to provide a minimum, I believe, it was like 5 officers for those intersections for that race. But again, just to let it know, there has to be an agreement to hire the officers for their rate, and again, that's happened in the past. But there is a hardship on the police department to be able to do that. But it is going to be up to the board to determine that.
How long is it for? You said 1 hour.
That is going to be the race hours, but everybody's going to, I believe, be at the town center. Usually there's an event after the race. So people will not be leaving immediately. So we do keep the officers in the area to make sure, as she said, that the residents, the businesses, the hotels can still get their employees there, or anybody staying at the hotels or the apartments over there.
How many hours do you think would be required?
I'd say approximately 2.5 hours our officers usually work.
Chief, does it require officers, they couldn't go with a flagging division company
No,
that was certified?
I would not recommend that because we control the traffic lights in the intersections, and again, I don't feel comfortable with having a flag person or somebody that would be standing in the road directing traffic in Southpointe.
Would you be willing to pay for the cost of the
Yeah, we said we would pay for the cost.
police officers?
I only have quoted what the constables quoted me. I don't know what the police officers charge for an hour, but if we have to cover that cost, we would have to do that at this point.
As what?
At this point, we would have to cover the cost. We're so far along in planning. We would be willing to do that if that's what it takes.
And I'm just speaking on behalf of Dan Miller from Southbridge too. You're gonna have to contact EMS as well if you haven't.
Correct.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to ask Dylan if, what involvement or other township responsibilities would have? Do we drop barricades, or what's the process that way, or what involvement do we have there?
Yes, generally do. So not only do we utilize the services of the police department, Public Works will have to be out to drop barricades for the officers, pick those up as well. That's been standard for all those, and we have been seeing more frequency of requests for runs in Southpointe.
So what's the plan? Is there a motion to, I know we talked about working on a policy, as Dawn said, it's not just the police department, it's the public works on the weekend, going out there with barricades and things like that. But with this, it's our local Humane Society, is there a consideration to approve it? Again, we will have a policy, probably shortly, but they're ahead of the game on this.
One more question while we have you here.
Sure.
Has anyone ever entertained using the trail, or using the trail rather than running through the main business complex?
The reason we wanted to move it to the main business complex is because we need to fundraise for the shelter so we can continue operating. Our humane rescue operation has doubled this year due to the drug crisis in the county, and the costs of that are staggering, so we're trying to raise more money. So by having it at Southpointe, it brings more exposure, we'll get more sponsorship from those businesses in Southpointe. So that's kind of the reasoning behind that.
Was there ever any discussion or thoughts that maybe the trail, and that's where the runners already are, or could you maybe raise more, or am I just giving you a new thought?
We're just trying to get the town center involved afterwards and have all the businesses involved for sponsorship. So if we did it on the trail, I'm not sure we would get the same type of funding. So that was the mindset why we picked where we picked.
We're going to approve this request, a motion to approve this.
I make a motion to approve.
Is there a motion? Is there a second?
I will second it.
It's been moved and seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Carol, would you vote? The motion carries.
Thank you.
If I could pass my information on before you leave, so we can get in contact about the course and how many officers we're going to need to provide there, okay?
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else have anything before we go to the citizens?
There was one item under new business, Elizabeth. Sorry, it's signage.
Yeah, the outdoor sign, we budgeted last year for the replacement on it, and we haven't done anything about it. In the past, Carol has to go out and change the lettering on the side. You quit?
I can't get out. Who does it? The gentleman. Rick does it.
What?
Rick does it.
Rick does it now? Well, still, I think
We had it forbidden.
Yeah.
It's not just a matter of,
Nice things out there.
it's not a matter of just changing the sign, but it's 2017, we should do it electronically. I had a resident that asked about meals being served at the Senior Citizen Center. So different blurbs like that we could put on the digital
right.
Don,
meetings.
did we have those quotes?
Yeah, two proposals were received earlier this year. Of course, they had 30-day standard language. Those two were $3,000 apart. I received a proposal for $16,000 and one from another company for $19,000. If the board would give approval, since it does fall under the statute, the 19.5, which we have to go out and bid, it would allow me to solicit the purchase phone quotes so that the board could make a purchase. Because I would have to refresh those, get fresher proposals from those firms.
Is that to the intent?
What did you say?
He said he needs to, he'll need to go out and get phone quotes since it's under the $19,200 or something advertising requirement. he says the two that he has to get them refreshed.
Right.
From the old 6 months old, he'll get a third one for us, and then we can,
Could we send it out to bid? Do you think that that would work to our advantage to have 50 companies bidding on it?
You could, but it's really not necessary to put it out to bid because it falls below that threshold of
If it brings the
19,000.
best price,
Generally, it normally doesn't, and with the bidding, you have the requirements of placing advertisements, preparing bid specifications, instead of just working with the particular vendor as to what you need directly. You would have to write up a bunch of specifications. That's why anytime you can use co-stars or any of the state purchasing arms, it's beneficial, it allows you more options.
yeah, really, he'll just get a third one, and refresh those two, get a third one, and we can act on it next month. That's good?
Yes.
All right, Brian, appreciate that.
And you'll, excuse me, John, you'll provide us with a copy of the bid?
Yes, you'll get copies of the proposals, yes.
Thank you.
Anything else? Any residents have any comments or general questions? Feel free to make it now. Yes, sir.